Hello. If, like me, you're looking for a decent record shop, then turn off. This isn't the place for you. Oh, testing the microphone. Testing the microphone. Hello. I'm not going outside with it. I've got the mic on. I'm going to try it again this week. It's very sensitive, isn't it? So if it's really just too much, then I'll go back to the phone, taking the case off the phone. So hopefully that works. Hello. Welcome to this week's flick through video. We've even got a new Bluetooth thing, so we shouldn't have any of the comedy shenanigans. I'm going to end up misplacing. I'm going to put that right there so I don't misplace it. Got my pointer so I can point at stuff. There's outside, there's inside, there's me. Okay, right, so welcome to this flick through video. If you've not seen one of these videos before, I do weekly flick through videos for new records in my record shop in North Liverpool. Just doing a bit of scaffolding over there and chucking it down. Dangerous game, dangerous game. And I normally will talk a load of old rubbish, but I'll put the timings in for when they flick through for the record start, and I have just new stuff in the shop, then some collectibles, and then some other bits and bobs. I normally have gigs at the end of each month. We've just had one, so thank you to everybody who came to see Samia. She was amazing, fantastic. We may be doing something else. I'll keep that under wraps, but I'll let you know on here. But I've got another gig at the end of this month, and that is, I'm going to try and take you over without it being too kind of good, isn't it? So what have we got? We've got at the end of October, Saturday 20th of October, we've got Subotic, and we've got British Stereo Collective, both on the Castles in Space label. And we had a similar event last year on the Where a Foxma label, where some guys came up and played off the label, and it was just a brilliant night. So we're trying to replicate that. So I'll start promoting now. I'm really conscious that this microphone is just going to be rubbish. No doubt my mum will tell me. So don't worry, everybody. It seems to have got more subscribers. Genuinely, I guess it's kind of flattering, but honestly, I'm surprised even my mum carries on watching these videos, you know what I mean? I think I make the sort of content that only a mum would watch. So thanks, mum. Right. What have we got? Oh, I did write a note about stuff. Talk about gig. I've changed the quality of it to 4K. I was filming it in 3D, not 3D, 3 something, not 4K, HD. Useless. 30 frames a second, and so I've changed this to 4K. So I know it's still completely amateur. So if you're watching it on your big telly at home, then don't. I mean, I'm filming it on a phone. It's me dicking about, frankly. Drop me a message if you want to buy some records. Great. Otherwise, go and watch a Bigfoot documentary or something. Right, so done that. Did everybody see Poetry Day yesterday? I produced a haiku. Yeah, because like, aren't they? Yeah. Just looked it up. Said I want to do one of them boss haikus. They're great. So I did one. I thought it was quite cool. So I did that. 353 is perfectly acceptable. I won't have it any other way. What else? Oh, if you're the Joy Division guy that came in the shop the other week, I've lost your number. So I have priced that stuff up. So if you want to drop me an email or drop me a message on here, drop me a DM on the socials, and if you've got my card, drop me a text message with your number on, then I'll give you a call and you can take a seat when I go through the prices. Okay. So there's that. What else? Anybody see University Challenge? Because that Intel is like Intel clever. Did anybody see it? There was a question on pinups on David Bowie's pinups album, and I was thinking, and it was just obvious stuff like who produced the album pinups or cover versions on, and they had no idea. And the question that got me, and I know this is a different age group, and I'm sure if you asked me a question on, you know, they got one right on mountain ranges in New Guinea or something, which I was like, what? The question was, Where Have All Good Times Gone was written by Ray Davis of what band? And they were and I'm sure they said no, they said the Monkees. And you know, enough's enough, right? I mean, fair's fair. Ray Davis is come on, he may be the epitome of the kind of British '60s singer songwriter. It's astonishing, right? Any King's song is amazing, and these are the Monkees. I found this on the web. What Siri's just found on the web there is just the lack of rock education in schools. Anyway, let's move on from that. That was just disheartening, to say the least. Look what I found online. So anybody knows that the shop, the name of the shop is taken, Collect and Survive is taken with the logo there on my man boob there. It's being stretched out. Let me just suck it all in. There we go. Yeah, it's taken from a document produced in 1980 by the British government about what to do in the event of a nuclear war called Protect and Survive. Now, I've only been able to print it off. If anybody sees an original one of these out in the wild, I want one, definitely want one for the shop. So please get one for me. But there's some really funny stuff in here. For example, put me into it. Put my little bookmark in. So what you do when you're meant to be revising, and you just go and get loads of stationery and put bookmarks in, don't you, all over the place, and then you go and have a cup of tea and think, yeah, I've done loads, and what you've done is like put bookmarks in and got your marker pen. Anyway, it's about what to do if you live in certain properties. If you live in flats, where the best place to go to, survive a nuclear holocaust is. If you live in a bungalow, okay, yeah, all right, houses, bungalows, flats, caravan. If you live in a caravan or other similar accommodation which provides very little protection against fallout, your local authority will be able to advise you on what to do. As in, if you live in a caravan and you live in a caravan in Rhyl, you'll soon find that your caravan is situated in Iceland. No, they don't really care about people living in caravans. This is 1980. Tory government, innit? Fight the power. What's the other one? Oh yeah, stuff to take in with you. First aid kit. Box of dry sand. Okay. Clothes or tissues for wiping plates and utensils. Okay, get that. Notebook, pencils, toys and magazines. The 4 minute 4 minute warning's going off. What are you doing? I'm in the loft getting me Q magazines from 1992 to 1994. Got some really brilliant interviews with Bono and McCartney. They only ever put Bono and McCartney on the cover, didn't they? It's a bit like Mojo. They only ever put the Smiths or the Beatles or Dylan on the cover. Obviously that's how they sell it, but crikey. I think I might have seen like Nick Drake on the cover once. I thought, oh, getting radical. Alright, last one, and then we'll get into the records. What to do after the attack. What to do after the attack. After a nuclear attack, yeah, your ashes will be burned into a shadow on the floor. But if you survive that bit, there will be a short period. Doesn't say that. There'll be a short period before fallout starts to descend. That's got to be an opening track of a Metallica tune. Use this time to do essential tasks. This is like you get Monty Dunn to do this, wouldn't he? You know the way he does on gardening time or gardeners, whatever it is, gardeners world. He goes, "Oh, now autumn's approaching. Here's what you can be doing this week. You could be clearing out the dead bodies and put them in the shallow grave in your garden." No, it says check the gas, electricity, and other fuel supplies. Yeah, go around the house and put out any small fires. Great. Anybody's clothing catches fire, lay them on the floor and roll them in a blanket, rug, or thick coat. I mean, if Monty said it, you'd go, oh, okay, Monty said it. But here's the one that gets me. It says, do not smoke. Right? I've never smoked in my life, but I tell you what, if there was a nuclear Armageddon, that'd be the time I'd take up fucking smoking. Sorry. Right, let's get on with it, shall we? 9 4. Oh, I've gone on. I don't care. 10 minutes. Right, Joy Division guy. You know my name, look up the number. Oh, might as well show you these while we got a couple of we do also. It's just not just records. So t-shirts. Come buy some cool t-shirts. Hello, if you've joined to watch the records. Very quick, but I will start the records at 10 minutes, right? I'm getting my pen. I'm trying to gingerly walk around because I know this mic is sensitive and being bashed around. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna end up not using it next week. 10 mins. Before we start the flick through, look at this. Twiglets already in the home bargains. I bought this because we'll see how long this lasts. This would last a nuclear winter. You know what I mean? Nothing else to be standing apart from like some Twiglets. Let's see how long that lasts. I think it'll be 2024 before it even gets opened. Alright, we might as well go 11 minutes on the flick through. I'm gonna have to rattle through it. Luckily, there's records. I've always got loads of records coming in. I always have, but it's when I get to them. So just keep popping in. All right, and then let's go. Hello, welcome to the flick through video. What have we got today? I'm gonna try and keep this Van Halen. Can you see me? Can you see me, mother? Van Halen. It's not worthwhile waiting for, is it? It's not. There's some good collectibles. Yeah. It's a great record, that. Supertramp. I'm not going to go on about the band that Steely Dan could have been. Star Council. My light bulb went. It just got fed up and left. Exodus, Bob Marley. It's had a bit of a life, but plays alright. Tusk, Fleetwood Mac. Really good condition. Squeeze, Cool for Cats. Another copy of Transformer 2. Matte sleeve, 1972. 2 of them in the shop. Unless it's all one in a week, I don't think so. Bad Brains, Repress. Yeah, told you there was some good stuff. I'm going to put that out because that's going to go in the photo. Right, try to think what's the scariest record that you can possibly have in a shop. And it must be Black Sabbath, the opening track, Black Sabbath, which I'm going to have played when, at my funeral. Just a bit where he's like screaming, that bit. And the other record that I've played would be Fight for Your Right to Party by the Beastie Boys. That'd be it. And 2 records. Maybe the Minna as Everybody's Leaving by the Muppets. I don't know. Doesn't bother me, does it? Anyway, there's a new press of that. And then the most terrifying record ever. Rod Stewart's Greatest Hits. Oh, woo! Let's get past that. Not another one. Joke's gonna. Yeah. Let's leave that joke now. Let's take Rod Stewart's Greatest Hits out. Clash, London Calling, Repress. I've got a couple of originals. One with all the bits on the wall up there. 90 quid. Yeah. And I've got another one not in that as good condition as that with the not with the original inner sleeves. I think that's about 35 quid. 40 quid. That's a repress of it. Another copy of Tapestry. That and Billy Joel Piano Man, maybe the biggest selling records in the shop. Whenever I get them in, they just sell immediately. Neil Young, Harvest, John Martin, Grace and Danger. I was listening to a guy yesterday, and it just come. I don't know why it reminded me of John Martin because it sounded nothing like him. But it's a guy called Doc Watson, and it was kind of a country Americana-ish version of John Martin. That's what it reminded me of. So give that a look up. Anyway, John Martin, Grace and Danger, 1980. Barney Bubbles labels. Just not a fresh press of it. Look at this. Jimmy Smith, the cat. Honestly. I was talking to someone online yesterday about essential Hammond organ stuff. And I was talking about this guy who plays the Wurlitzer. He plays the B9, but they can have a Wurlitzer way to get big cinemas. They're called Brian Sharp. Check out his version of Aquarius. It's nuts. Brian Sharp without the E. Aquarius. Amazing. But anyway, Jimmy Smith is the master, isn't he? And I've went on videos on this channel about my love for Jimmy Smith, and I saw him live at the Jazz Cafe in Camden, and it was of all the gigs I've been to, which is a lot, it's the best gig I've ever been to. It was him and two other dudes, and he absolutely owned it. Honestly, he was playing this B9 Hammond organ. It was like the size of a small car. Came on dapper. And then the MC was at the end going, "Oh, let's all give a big round of applause for Jimmy, the legend. Let's see if he'll come on for more." And he just turned around and went, "Hey, coming on!" and walked off. Whew. Anyway, that was nightmare. You just got to listen to Jimmy Smith. He's amazing. Marvin Gaye, let's get it on. Got a couple of these in now. This is repress of it. Sugar. It's a drinking game there. Have a drink for every time Marvin says sugar on that album. He lost about 2 tracks, depending on what you're drinking. New Orleans Soul Jazz records, amazing. Pretzel Logic, Steely Dan. Yeah, well, alright band, weren't they? Stevie Wonder, Hotter Than July. Got loads of Stevie in, loads of Steely Dan in. Oh, how did that get in there? How did that? I don't know. But obviously, that's going in the picture because we've not spoken enough about that band. The greatest band, greatest thrash pop techno crossover band ever. Yeah, they are. Name another. Electric Chairs, Wayne Fontana. Not Wayne Fontana. Wayne County, Wayne Fontana. Can I say why I've said Wayne Fontana? Because as I was getting those t-shirts out, I've got a Fontana, the record label t-shirt, and I know it's Wayne County, and I've just then said Wayne Fontana, which I know I do an awful lot. It's probably to do with getting old and being forgetful, but also just that I'm really not thinking about these videos or planning any aspect of it. So you see me just get stuff completely wrong. That's normal. I'm watching them chuck the scaffolding off. Fairport Convention. Got a bit of Fairport in. None of the super collectibles. Half bricking and all that jazz, but some of the lesser desirable, but still original presses of them. Hey Bo Diddley. I had these are all in that collection, which is super, really amazing condition with all these Pie records. I had a Chuck Berry You Can Never Can Tell in, and that got sold to some guy in Germany who was putting together albums of every single record of Pulp Fiction. That went out to him. That was a really good copy. Got loads of soundtracks. So come in if you like your soundtracks. Got loads of those. I know this mic is not going to work, so if you're putting up with the sound, you're doing well. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Go and have a jammy donut and have a cup of tea. And, thanks. Star Wars. I've had a few of these in. And The Empire Strikes Back is the best one with the booklet in. I've had that in, that's gone. But I've never had one of these with the poster. They do exist, but it's a great Star Wars poster. I remember when I was little, I had a Star Wars poster. And my mum and dad made me give it to Scott Stainton because he fell over and nearly bit his tongue off. And I was, I was like, I didn't feel any empathy for him. I mean, I wasn't, at the stage of, wanting to cut up animals or anything. I didn't feel that sort of, but I felt no empathy for him nearly biting his tongue off. I had to give him why was I giving him my Star Wars poster? I didn't want to give him my Star Wars poster. I didn't have a choice. I was about 5. Because I think Star Wars had come out. My mum and dad took me to see Star Wars at the Plaza. If you know Crosby in Waterloo, there's an old cinema around the corner there, still there. And I remember going to see it in 1977. Just lucky. I like Star Wars, not massively, but I was lucky to be in that generation where it was just like, that was the thing, and I loved it as a kid. Anyway, Scott Stainton's watching this one with Star Wars poster back, lad. Space Jam 2020 repress. Sound of Music, right? Obviously, I'm not trying to flog you the Sound of Music, but I did. Did you hear that they dug out Christopher Plummer's? They're reissuing this, right, with all the outtakes and Christopher Plummer's original voice because he didn't sing on the original one. It doesn't say who sings, but it's not him on the original one, and they dug it out, and it sounds alright. Got some of these things in comics, which with records. So it's like a comic read on a 7-inch record. So this is Batman. I think I've got a Spider-Man. May even have a Silver Surfer. Oh, the artist I just said who were playing on that label, Castles in Space. I've got some Castles in Space stuff. So Warrington Runcorn, I've still got some of his stuff in. Now this stuff is going online, stupidly priced. I'm not going to sell it online because I'm just not going to. They're, if you want them, they're in the shop, and I can't stop you doing whatever you want to do with them. But just don't be a dick and like put them online for stupid prices, because I know that Colin, who runs the label, rightly thinks you're an idiot if you do that. Look at this. This is Infinite U. All sort of that's kind of dreamscapey. That Warrington Run Corner's obviously a bit sort of brutalist, shall I say? Not that brutalist, but it's kind of, you've got to listen to it. It definitely evokes the theme of the name of the artist and what he's trying to get across. Frogman. This is brilliant. This is like a sort of concept album about, I think it's aliens. I think some sort of weird conversation going on. It's very strange, very engaging, brilliant. I loved it. Other stuff. So put them in there. Numero. That's great. Go too slow. Got some collectibles to do, so I better crack on. Look at this. I've been playing lots of bluegrass recently. I really love bluegrass. Bit of Cajun thrown in, but just some good new stuff. Obviously the old stuff and really flats and scruggs. Just astonishing. So if you want to get into any of that, listen to a bit of Flats and Scruggs. Foggy Mountain Breakdown, that's the most famous, I think. But just listen to it. Lester Flat Earl Scruggs. They're just geniuses at it, and it's obviously very banjo heavy, but it's amazing. Give that a listen. Right, let's get on with the. I'll go 22 minutes, shall I? How's the microphone doing? Is it too much? There's a ding for anybody and anything, right? I'm not using my pointer. Right, gonna have a break. Play with my twiglets. Nah. Let's see how long they last. I'm waiting for 22 minutes so I can write down 22. God. 22 minutes. There we go. Hello, welcome to the collectibles. Right, what have we got? We've got some cool stuff in, and we've got some even cooler stuff in. So here we go. Nirvana Bleach white vinyl. There she blows. Love forever changes. 1971. So not the best album of 1967. That's Moby Grape. Best album. Or was the Monks 1967? Maybe that was 66. Alright, I'll let you off. Joy Division, An Ideal for Living, then the 2014 Record Store Day re-release. So I've still got a load of this Joy Division stuff. Some dude might be buying a lot of it, but there's still lots of it. And not just Joy Division, but as I'm getting through it, there's all sorts of other stuff. There's the adverts, there's Wire, there's Buzzcocks, there is Saints, Damned. Okay, stuff like that. Television. Joy Division 2012 Russian pressing of Joy Division live in Holland. Okay, that is what am I going to say? That is sealed. Dead Boys, Loud and Snotty, 1999 reissue. DKs. Right, it's a reissue of it. I've got the original on the wall there, which is like 85 quid. Really great condition with the poster, because they did several versions of this, didn't they? Because if you know, when they pressed it, this is a band, they put the real band members' heads on. And the band complained, so they changed the band members' heads to, they put crosses on them or something, and then the band complained, and then they changed them all to like Alien, like the alien from Aliens, and the band complained. So they eventually took them all off, and I think there's even a pressing where there's just not on at all. So the original pressing's got the original brand on, and that's what makes it a bit of a collectible. So this is just a reissue of it, unplayed, from the 80s, 25 quid. But the original is up there. You see it? I know. How am I doing it? There. And it's amazing, right? It's just one of the best albums ever. Side one, track one, Kill the Poor. Honestly. Chemical Warfare. Let's Lynch the Landlord. California Uber obviously. Funland at the Beach. I Kill Children. Obviously, they're politically radical, and it's anti-war, and it's anti-racism, and they're just one of the greatest bands that have ever existed. And I did go and see them in Liverpool, obviously without Jello Biafra, but it was still amazing to see the rest of them there, and they all came out afterwards, and they were like, oh my God. Anyway, so seeing DH up like live, like, you know, right in front of you, it was just astonishing. Anyway, Sex Pistols, never mind. I think I showed you this, but I priced it up. But I didn't quite realise when I first showed you this is a real collectible item, and this is sealed. 2012 yellow and pink vinyl, number 941 of 1977. Here's another Dead Kennedys record. Put the needle on the record. US 2014 unreleased version, just 11-inch record. Multi case. Right. Some of the stuff that's come in. Moloch. I won't dwell too much on the cover of this, but it's because it's a dead body and there's a booklet in it and it's just dead bodies. But I think it's like this is doom metal. I don't know. Tom is watching this and he'll no doubt be going and telling me it's heavy in more ways than one. Oi, Cox Barrett, double LP. I was trying to be funny. So it's Oi punk. There's a element of punk called Oi, which is all it is what it's kind of that phonetic, that onomatopoeic. I always get onomatopoeia and alliteration mixed up. Bang. Which one's bang, crash, wallop? My mum's shouting at me. I'm gonna say that's alliterative, right? It's alliterative, I think. Oh no, I've got it wrong. Anyway, look, the band sound like that, right? Sham 69, all that jazz. Joy Division Closer, picture disc. Black Flag, My War. All Pummel. I think is this what was the Descendants? Is this right? And Singer left or Singer formed the new band? Don't know. KMD. Oh, KMD. Right. So KMD features MF Doom, doesn't it? So rap, hip hop band. Well, yeah, from the 90s. They're obviously owning that choice of cover, and they are empowered to do so. So they need my view on it. Good for them. Fugazi, the argument. Dag Nasty, Wig Out at Denko's. Some great stuff in here. Some other Joy Division. I showed you some of the stuff, but Italy 2014. Like this stuff is like really limited. So that's limited to 300. I'm not sure if that was in that list of what that dude wanted. I don't think so. Resonance, Duckstab, sealed. Common Resurrection. I don't know much about this. I probably should, but I don't really know much about that. Cloud, Nothings. Don't really know much about that. Metallica, Ride the Lightning. It's orange vinyl. Unofficial. Pinback. Summer in Abaddon. Don't know. Mastermind. The Masters. What's this? Can't read what that says. The Masters Dreadus or something. Sorry if I've got it wrong, but that's British hardcore. Cold World. No Omega. Or no Omega. Get your vitamins down, you lad. No effects. No effects. Right. I think that's it. I hope this is held out. I'm going to have to put the video out as it is, so sorry if you've stuck with it and the sound's not being great. Honestly, you can tell me if the sound is horrendous, and I'll go back to using it on the phone, which I've taken the cover off, so hopefully that's all a bit better. I don't know. I want to say I'm trying my best, but I'm really not. I'm really just kind of like getting the box out, writing down my notes of what I think I want to say and what's a bit funny, and then just sticking out these videos. So, you're doing really well. Right, let's try and end it with the Bluetooth 4. So, thank you. Come the gig, 28th of October. They're free to get in. Just pop in. We put them on at 4 o'clock so you can go and do all your shopping and watch the football or whatever. Get down the Aldi and then come up and watch your free gig and support local music. Okay, so happy Twiglet time. And don't have nightmares. Don't have nightmares, honestly. But remember, don't smoke. Alright, see you later. Bye. Oh, it's not. I've just bought this. This was 79p on Amazon.